taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Woo!
So good.
I probably need to put a fade out on the music. I just noticed that.
Oh,
Give us
yeah.
a moment. It's ending.
Michelle just did that this morning, in her
Yeah.
spare time.
We're having fun. Welcome everybody to Biz Chat, your place of encouragement for faith-based entrepreneurs. I am your coach, Michelle, along with Coach Noelle. Each week we bring you strategic topics of insight and encouragement to what we call that inner game that leads to a successful outer game. I don't know why I trip over that word. Successful outer game of faith-based entrepreneurship. And that's how we launch your God-sized dreams into the marketplace and ministry, where we know that 96% of businesses are going to fail. So we got to show up fully aligned with our identity, our assignment, and our resources. So Coach Noelle, how are you lining up? How's everything going? How are you doing?
Christmas edition. Well, we are in the midst of Christmas, and you guys know you probably have figured this out. We are pre-recording this, so you might be watching this at the end of all your Christmas shenanigans, and we are recording it in the week before, so we have time for our Christmas shenanigans. But let's see here. My ups and downs for Christmas. My ups are some of our favorite family is coming to spend the holiday with us. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my cousin Kenny, who's single and awesome. And
anybody looking for a single awesome male?
He'd totally kill me for saying that if you
may have a line of single ladies showing up for Christmas at the door.
Come on over. Yeah. So we will probably be talking about Bitcoin, and he's actually making a killing in Bitcoin and has been coaching us. So we've had fun with that. And we're going to be doing the Christmas pajama photo with the family, assuming they come in the mail on time. But
that might be a stretch.
Yeah, we shall see. I ordered them early this week, so we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
And then what about you?
Oh, yes. So Christmas is my favorite time. So I think this week, obviously, we are just bringing all of our grown and flown back in to the house. So we have a house full right now, and it's going to get fuller. So yeah, that is my week right now. Is we have a puppy running around, peeing and pooing all over, but just, it's cute. So we don't care right now. And a full house of all of our kids. So yes, so this week, that is my high, is Christmas week, having all the kiddos in their rooms. And guys, we have an unfinished basement. We got the first room just about done.
Oh, good. That's great.
Yes. So we are learning new skills as we are pressed to finish for said company.
So there's places. So you're just putting up sheetrock?
Sheetrock, and my husband just learned how to do that knockdown ceiling. I hate popcorn ceilings, so one that did not fail. Okay. And that's what we have everywhere. So he just learned. It looks great. We look like we know what we're doing. Just don't look too close.
That's awesome. Yeah, there's a little building on the property that I'm like, are we going to hire somebody, or am I going to do the demo myself?
Demo is fun, right?
Yeah. Then I'm like, I'm going to knock out a pipe, or I'm going to do something that's going to end up costing me more. Yeah.
You might want to get some second opinions in. Oh, so good. So good. How about any struggles this week? How are you?
My lows around Christmas time are consistently around just navigating all the things there are to do. So,
and being an introvert.
Yeah. So it's, I think most of the parties are over now. We have, and so now it'll just be family and cooking. And my mom did want us to have Christmas Eve dinner at her house. So I don't have to do Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at our house. So that'll help a lot too. But yeah, so those are consistently my Christmas struggles.
It is busy. Yes. My downs are, I start to put too much pressure on myself and to have it all be perfect, and it's never perfect. So now with a puppy, it's a good reminder. It's just not going to be perfect. Like, we're just going to have to
Let it
roll with
roll.
every minute. So I'm just going to keep it light. But yeah, that's usually the struggle, is perfectionism. Anybody else?
Can I have a witness?
Hey, we've got something we want you guys to sign up for. We've got coming up our planning day, January 10th. We are helping you get your 2022 on track. Guys, this is going to be a workshop type day. You're not going to just come and listen, so don't think that that's what's going on. You are going to get your plans in motion for your first quarter here, some long-term vision goals for the year. We are going to get some things done based on what we learned from that workshop that we went to. And we kind of shared some nuggets from that. If you didn't hear that, go back and listen to our recap of our Clay Clark amazing time out there in Tulsa. Yeah. So we're going to be doing some of that. We're going to bring in some recordings of some guest speakers to inspire you. It's going to be the thing you need to get your 2022 set off right. Coach Noelle, what are you looking forward to with that too, just for your own business?
Well, I think that, and I shared that on last week's show as well, one of the things that we did at that conference was get really clear about the goals in all the areas of our lives. And it wasn't like, take 20 hours to write down everything you've ever wanted to accomplish. It was like, pick the thing in each area. So your family, your faith, your fitness, your fun, your business, your finances. And so getting clear about that and then working it into a schedule. I started that. I worked on that the week after we got back to back from the conference, and then I kind of implemented it a couple of weeks before Christmas, and it really was life-changing. Like, I'm astounded by it. And maybe some of you who are more organized than I normally am are like, duh, we try to tell you, people. But it has given me a freedom and a peace that I haven't experienced for many, many years.
So good. So yeah, we're going to be coming and doing some live. Oh, we lost Noelle. Oh, okay. Okay. This is parenting, guys, live. We've got to just deal with all of juggling balls that come our way. So let's make sure you guys are on board for January 10. Don't worry. You'll get us undistracted on January 10.
Because Joseph will be back in school.
There you go. Today, let's jump into our topic. We want to encourage you today. We know this journey is really one that can be lonely and sometimes misunderstood, especially around the holidays. You start looking at everybody and what they're doing and maybe just not able to have those deep conversations with your loved ones about what you're doing. It's just kind of deer in the headlights. We went to a party where I was talking to another person who's in the Air Force, and just trying to explain to him what I do, and he's like, people actually pay for that? Oh yes, good times. Yes, they want to be coached.
That's the difference between a job mindset and an entrepreneur mindset, for sure.
So I was trying to ask him, because he was trying to decide what to do after retirement, and you can retire pretty early in the military. You do your 30 year or your 20 years right out of high school. You could be retired at 38, 48, there's early retirement, right? I mean, you can't collect on it right away. So you got to figure out your second act. And so I was trying to help him figure out, hey, what are you interested in? What are you, and he literally, nope, nothing coming, no hobbies, no, nothing. Nothing was coming. And so it was funny for just that fresh reminder of there really are mindsets that can't quite grasp what we're called to. And some of those conversations can be a little awkward. So we're here to let you know you're not crazy. You are amongst a lot of like-minded women out there launching their God-sized dreams into the marketplace and ministry. And if you're feeling that way, we'd love to invite you into our coaching community. Right now is a great time to join and get that community surrounding you that will encourage you and keep you going and letting you know that you're not all alone. You are not crazy, and giving you that life-giving breath of fresh air and encouragement to keep going and to get through those struggle points that we all face as entrepreneurs. So, Coach Noelle, love conversing with you and having you in my life that we can actually say, hey, this is what our journey is like, and have a conversation at Christmas time about our entrepreneurial journey and the highs and lows of life. And so let me know what your top 10 or top few things, we don't need to do top 10 things that you love about Christmas and that entrepreneurship has given you a new maybe vision of, how you see things differently in that come up at Christmas time, and that you're grateful for in a different way because you are an entrepreneur.
Sounds fabulous. So I think probably the first thing that comes to mind when you ask that question is just, I remember trying to cram things in around the last job that I had before I kind of went out. I took baby steps into entrepreneurship. I went from being the director of an eating disorder unit, a residential eating disorder unit, to private practice, and then to even kind of shutting that down to pursue the things that I'm doing now. And what I remember is that I used to work 50, 60 hours a week, and to try to do Christmas on top of that, to try to do Christmas, try to cook, try to do anything on top of that. And that was, I didn't know it at the time, but I was struggling with an autoimmune disorder. So that was, it was just, for years after driving by that building, my stomach would still twist into knots.
Wow.
Because the pressure of that. And I think that, yes, there is pressure in entrepreneurship, but it's mine, and I have some say in how I create my life and what my schedule is going to be. And so, the week before Christmas, on Friday, after we did our live show with Melody Dowlern, the rest of the day was scheduled for cooking and baking and wrapping presents and getting ready for this week. And so just the freedom of that, even when I was broke, like even when I had no idea how to make this entrepreneur thing work. And it was tough at first, but my husband and I would joke about it. Like, we've got to make this work because we are never going back. Like, this freedom, this flexibility, this ability to chart our own course. Like, we were hooked even when it was hard.
So good.
Yeah. What about you?
I feel like it's sometimes the little things. Like I thought about this week, like both my kids came in, we had to make a 45-minute trip down to the airport. There was no how are we going to do this? Do we need to have somebody else do, all of those struggles, just with the lining up of your schedule, like to get people into town or out of, like, it is the schedule. To be able to be master of your schedule to a large degree, to me, is so the biggest part of entrepreneurship journey, and being able to put my family first. I love how we had Melody on, who said, the last time she was interviewed with Dr. Darlene said that her greatest joy was that God had called her to was entrepreneurship and being a mama. If your heart is like, I want to be a mama, and I can't do that when I've got this much energy into, like, I get to be a mom. I get to go be the one to pick up my kids from the airport and drop even college kids. Like, that is important to me all throughout their life now, and all throughout as they mature into young adults. I get to be there I get to show up because I get to move my schedule around them and
Mhm.
putting them first. So yeah, echoing with you the whole schedule thing. What else? What else is a Merry
Um,
Christmas because you are an entrepreneur and things you look forward to.
I love, probably one of my hobbies is food, and I love baking. And so Christmas is a really good excuse to make all the recipes I've been eyeballing, because there's going to be
Mm.
enough people around to eat them.
I can totally attest to Noelle as a foodie. Like if you haven't heard this before, we went out to eat and she like ordered 3 different meals. Like, hey, you have some too. Boxed them all up to eat later. Like, where are you putting this all? Number one and number two, like 3 meals.
You're totally exaggerating.
It was 3. There was 3.
I don't know if I
It's
believe.
true though that it was during COVID and I think everything had closed down in the evening. We weren't sure we were gonna have an evening meal, so she was ordering for
Oh,
later.
okay. Yeah, I
But
would totally do
it
that.
was like, I gotta try this. I gotta try. Oh, and this. And she is a foodie. If you're a foodie or you have a hobby that you love, you get to do it more, right?
Yes. Yeah. So that's, yeah. And because baking, usually with baking, it's not good for you. Right. And that's my favorite thing to do. So having people around to spread the love so I don't need all the,
Eat it all.
yeah.
Yes.
And then one more for you.
Oh yes. Why is it a Merry Christmas as an entrepreneur? I think too, the ability to wrap your mind around just the financial potential to bless at this time of year. Like we kind of look at the end of the year, the tax giving season, and it's not why we give, but like there's just an ability to be more generous because of the income level that we get to choose based on what we put in. It's not just here's your paycheck
Mm-hmm.
and you've got to pretty much build your life around it. That there's just a different opportunities that get to come along and that we get to take advantage of because um I grew up poor. We
Mm-hmm.
counted pennies for milk. We were on food stamps. It was not one of those opulent childhoods. So we have an opportunity to bless a family right now. And I wish somebody would have been able to do that for us when we were younger.
Yeah.
That these programs didn't exist back in the 70s, adopt
Right.
a family. And so that is probably one of my greatest joys at entrepreneurship is that when things pop up, that we can actually do some more than we used to be able to do. So
Awesome.
how about one more thing that being
Okay.
an entrepreneur has changed your Merry Christmas?
I'm totally drawing a blank right at this very moment.
Well, I can say one.
Okay.
We both have moved into new homes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it probably would have never happened had we not
No,
been
that's
entrepreneurs.
true. Because we're in a house we couldn't have afforded
And even for us,
where we were.
we would not have moved with my husband's job, job, if I wasn't an entrepreneur and could just pick up and move my business cross country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both
Yeah. So the flexibility of doing that, because a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, they might have a storefront. So that's maybe even a gift of doing it via the internet
yeah,
because it's easily transportable.
transportable, portable, and new houses out of the deal. Kind of fun to hear that Melody is moving too, like our last
Yeah, I
guest.
thought that was funny. It was like, apparently, if you come on the show, you're going to be getting a new house at some point.
So let us know if you'd like to be a podcast guest and get a new house. And you get a new house. And you get a new house. We're handing out houses.
Oh, gosh.
All right, guys. Well, we just wanted to bring some lightheartedness on this Christmas Eve for you and let you know we are here for you. We are praying for you. We know the journey is often difficult and misunderstood, and you don't have anybody. So we want to leave us a little hello. What are your favorite Merry Christmases that you get to have because you are an entrepreneur? We'd love to see them. Drop them in the chat and let us know you're there. We'd love to see all the new faces. We've been seeing some new people drop in, and that has been just such a huge blessing. We love to see the word spread, and all of you wonderful, beautiful, amazing ladies carrying the vision given by the Father to the earth. We love to see you blossom and bloom and come aboard. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Coach Noelle, for being here today.
And thank you for being such an awesome partner.
Oh, you're welcome. It's such a joy. We love being in partnership, guys. I hope you just have a wonderful holiday with your family and friends. And if you get a chuckle like I did this time around the year with new friends and family around that don't understand your journey, just know we're here.
Yeah. Cheering you on.
Yeah, that's right. And that link one more time, we really want you to sign up for our 2022 planning session. We'd love to meet you. There's a lot of you out there we don't know yet. It's a great place to come in, see our community. And guess what? If you bring a friend, it is free.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So grab your bestie, sign
Yeah,
up.
pop aboard.
Yeah.
And if you bring a friend, we are going to make sure you do not pay for this session. So awesome. Well, Coach Noelle, it's been great just hanging out with you this Christmas Eve. And oh, look, that's
So we'll head
Belle.
back. You can head back to the puppy,
Back
and
to the
I will
puppies.
head back to the eggnog.
And all right, blessings on you all, and we'll see you
Merry
in
Christmas.
yes.